Our beloved 8% Hard AF Seltzer is now live in Florida, Georgia, Alabama, Texas, Ohio, Montana, Idaho, Oregon, Michigan, Pennsylvania, Illinois. Go to hardafseltzer.com today, click on the store locator, and enter your city or zip to find the closest location nearest you.
We are gold for energy. Send it. Incoming. Put the money in the bag, man.
As I said, your paycheck is your thank you.
What's going on back there? This is awesome! Welcome to Earth! No. Who's flying the plane? Get cockpit. Go. God.
Black Rifle Energy, dropping near you.
Welcome to Drinkin, Bro. Yeah, welcome to Drinkin' Bros Monday morning recap, brought to you by MyBookie.com. Promo code Drinkin' Bros doubles that first deposits all the way up to $1,000. Get off the couch and get into the action today with MyBookie.com. Had another banger of a weekend in college, another stinker of a weekend in the NFL. My God, Bob, tell us about those rakebacks, because I'm sure I'm going to get something for the game tonight.
Well, if you are a longtime player at MyBookie.com, you're part of the MyBookie Plus rewards program. Don't have to sign up, doesn't cost anything. Just means you've been playing for a while. You're a valued customer.
Yes, you are.
And if you have a bad week, like the NFL has been doing to most people, I feel like this year,
every single person is bitching about it.
It's not been easy. It has not been an easy year in the NFL. They'll toss you a little money back after an egregious week or two, and they'll say, hey, we know you like having a little money in the game. You don't feel alive without it. Thanks for playing with us. Here's a little money back.
Yeah. Top of the show here. We don't do Drinkin' Bro of the Week on Drinkin' Bros Sports. However, we would like to give it to Nick Mangold, who died yesterday of a kidney disorder. A couple things on that. First of all, when Dan and I started this show and we were looking to expand the NFL show, it was pitched to us by our publicist, Ari. It would help if you guys had an NFL player on the show. Now, Dan and Ari weren't really friends with too many in real life, and you kind of need to catch somebody who's retired because, let's face it, when the season starts, they only have Tuesdays off typically, which obviously you see with Aaron Rodgers doing McAfee's show. We initially did the first show with Nick Mangold. We got along with him famously. It was awesome, man, and we loved him, and we said, hey, would you mind testing this format out with us? So right afterwards, he did the NFC Championship prediction show with us in 2021, did the AFC Championship prediction show with us right afterwards, and then I believe we did Super Bowl with him as well, and the formats really, really worked great. Now, he's had this condition with his kidney since he was born. He was born with this rare kidney disorder. This isn't that big of a shock. It's a shock to me that somebody this wealthy and everything else, even he couldn't find a donor down to the last moment there. Because a lot of people were asking why he went public with it so late.
Yeah.
And was asking, I think he made a public plea maybe 3-4 weeks ago.
Yeah, it was like 10, 12 days ago. I think.
Yeah.
It was October, for sure.
Yeah. And, when it's something lifelong that you've already been staying on top of, you probably think, all right, I'll get a donor from someone. That's what I thought, at least.
Yeah. He said in the statement something along the lines of, like, I knew this day would come, but I didn't think it would be so soon. Like, I think he didn't anticipate it happening in his 40s.
Correct.
Yeah.
Nobody does.
Yeah.
Even pop stars. Who was the one, Selena Gomez?
Oh, yeah.
She's what, 20 or 20s
Yeah,
and had
yeah.
to get a kidney? So, yeah, it really, really sucks. And waking up to that news was fucking awful. He was a great man, a great father. Obviously played for Ohio State, so, Knew him back from those days. And then Dan and I used his barbecue sauce on everything. We did a cooking show with it, all of it, man. And it sucked to wake up to that news. But he was a great human being. So the things that you're reading online, and I saw Rex Ryan break down yesterday, like all of that is true. They don't do that for shitty people. I can tell you that. So rest in peace, and we love you, buddy. It really fucking sucks. All right. Well, obviously, we have a job to do, so we'll get to it here. Brian Kelly's gone from LSU. That is very quick, in my opinion.
Yeah. First off, I'd like to say I was wrong. Not any idiot can win a national championship at LSU.
No.
You would think the last 3 people to be a head coach there have won a natty. One of them wasn't an idiot, but the other 2 were abject morons. And I can't believe it.
Coach O's coming back.
I don't know.
Telling you.
So let's go through it here because 2 things were shocking to me. One, they didn't give him more time. I don't think 3 years is enough for any program.
It's not. It's not.
That's one. 2, who is out there besides Lane Kiffin, who now is wanted by every single university on the planet? Coach O wants to come back, and I get it. Maybe that hypes up the fans. I'm sure it would hype up recruiting and everybody else, but I don't know.
People, do they forget how bad they were immediately after the national championship? Like, it fell off a cliff.
Well, but the problem was you had all of these superstars and the greatest team at that point that I'd ever seen in my life, so much so that it was really difficult watching it every week because I was like, man, it's kind of like Ohio State is now, where I don't really know if this is the greatest team we're seeing ever or if they're going to get challenged or what it is. And then by the end of the season, I looked back on it and was like, well, shit, there really wasn't a challenge for LSU all year.
Yeah, but that was more so because LSU was just head and shoulders talent-wise. I mean, to a level that I don't know that anyone's ever been, ever.
Potentially this Ohio State team, but we'll see.
I don't think anyone touches 2019 LSU. I mean, the numbers, just the way they won and the fact that, Sayan could be great, the wide receiver could be great, but
he is at an 80% completion percentage.
Yeah, but we're talking about Joe Burrow and Justin Jefferson and
you're talking about Jeremiah Smith.
I know, but they're not proven entities
Cornell
yet.
Tate, not yet, but in college,
we'll see.
We'll see what happens.
But also,
with
that's
guys.
the margin of victories they had and everything. I mean, 2019 LSU was obscene. That's almost like the 27 Yankees. Like, let's not compare anyone to the 27 Yankees.
But you're only playing 2 playoff games back then. Now you got to play more, and it's tough, man. I mean, you're looking at 3 at a minimum, 3 wins in the playoffs, potentially 4. Ohio State's run last year was fucking insanity. It was Tennessee, Texas, Notre Dame, and then who was the other one? Oregon.
Yeah,
they beat 8 top 10 teams in that last season, which is nuts. And you still don't consider that the greatest team ever because they had 2 fucking bad losses. Well, Oregon wasn't bad, the first one, but Michigan certainly was for those guys. So I don't know. And I think Lane Kiffin, to me, down there, checks all the boxes, and I think he would do that gig in 10 seconds.
Yeah, the only question is, you look at that with, I get Napier at Florida being fired. That's a different situation. But, if Brian Kelly's leash, if that was Brian Kelly's leash, do you want to go there?
Lane Kiffin would.
Why would you want to leave Ole Miss?
You can get the recruits. You can get the dudes.
No. College football.
You've been to LSU.
College football is changing.
It is?
I'm telling you. Ole Miss can get the recruits that LSU can.
I don't think they can.
One good season like this, where they're top 10, which they are, probably are going to be top 5 at some point, in my opinion, because I think A&M's going to slip. I think Ole Miss is going to sneak in there. One of those seasons plus booster money can completely change your program and turn it into a blue blood overnight now, right? How far into the future that goes is dependent on performance. You have to have the right coach who's going to get the right kids there and perform well for 2 or 3 or 4 years at a time, right? But then it changes the program entirely. Vanderbilt's been good for 2 years.
Yes, but
same with Indiana.
Same with Indiana.
Same with Indiana, but
so we'll see over the next couple of years how that plays out for them. If they're able to stay in that conversation, I think they will.
It's not even about, though, to me,
the in-state talent though at Louisiana.
I agree. It's much better than
yeah, but
Mississippi.
he can poach that.
And yeah, the
but
same
he
way.
can poach it from Mississippi.
Who can?
Lane Kiffin.
Yeah, you don't bring sand to the beach. Yeah, you're not bringing players from Mississippi over to New Orleans. Or
Not many, unless they're a freak.
Unless they're a
Louisiana.
freak.
Yeah.
But
you don't need to. You don't need to. But in Mississippi, you can recruit from South Florida.
Georgia.
You can recruit from Georgia, etc.
I mean, that's what the whole SEC does. My thing with his is just job security. Okay, yeah, there's a higher ceiling, but what if you only win 10 games a couple times? That's the thing at LSU. What if you only win 10 games?
And what if you win a national title and then go 2 years without being great? What if you win a natty the first year you're there and then you win 10 games for 2 or 3 years in a row and they fucking boot your ass?
Well, here's what's interesting.
That's what will happen.
And that's the same thing.
Coach O lasted
yes.
1.5 seasons after that natty.
Here's how I see Lane Kiffin, and tell me if you guys see it the same way. I look at him as a Sean McVay type of dude where he's got this awesome personality. He's young. He can get people hyped up. I think one more big job, like in LSU, that pays him an absurd amount of money, and then he goes into television afterwards, is probably where he's headed anyways. I don't see him as a lifetime coach like a Saban or a Paterno or...
Not into his, 70s.
I don't see that
I
with
kind
him.
of agree with that for sure.
I think...
But the thing is, it's like, my question is just, do you feel safe there? Because probably, it's sweet to get a buyout, right? Brian Kelly's living the life. He's living his best life.
Brian Kelly's not going to be around much longer.
Brian Kelly
that buyout
and Jimbo Fisher, they're all living. James Franklin's a youngish guy too, and he's got a fat buyout now. That's a good life. Fired coach, that's a good life. But if Lane does want to keep coaching and you go there and you don't even know what your leash is. You don't know. Brian Kelly didn't know.
No. Well, so there was a rumor that he got in arguments on Friday nights with the AD, and there was a shouting match inside the office before the game. They got fucking housed by A&M.
Yeah.
I don't know what that was. I wasn't in there, and Hard AF isn't there, so I don't have any inside info on this.
I mean, allegedly, the AD was like, you need to fire the OC, and he was like, fine, I'm going to fire the O-line coach too. And I think Brian Kelly might have said that because A, their O-line sucks, and B, the O-line coach is beloved at LSU.
Okay.
By the admin. He was their interim coach between Ogeron and Kelly.
Okay.
So he's...
so you think the AD was sticking up for the O-line coach, saying, no, keep him, fire the...
And that's what they apparently got in the screaming match over or whatever, and it was more or less done after that. Allegedly. I don't know. That's just one thing I read. Doesn't matter. But I mean, dude, there's something to be said for job security, and also in the new era, it is a little more open, it seems, than it used to be. Obviously, Ohio State's Ohio State, and Alabama's still Alabama, and Georgia seems to still more or less be Georgia. But it's more open than it has been, and you've got teams like Indiana and I guess Vanderbilt and stuff like that are winning, seriously winning games. Even A&M, to be honest. Let's not sleep on A&M's mediocre history.
I'm still shocked.
Yeah.
I'm still shocked that A&M's having a good year. So much so, in fact, I bet on LSU. Yeah. That was one of my only losses in college football this week.
And so it's the type of thing, it's do you want to risk being fired in 3 years? If you don't live up to their delusions?
At 53.
How old is Lane Kiffin?
He turned 50 in May.
Yeah, I would, because I think he's going to ESPN or something else.
But then where do you go? Does another major school hire you after you get fired from LSU, and then you got to go to your third different job in a decade?
I wait for a school to open up that likes to stay with coaches for a while. I want a 7 to 10 year job, right? Like Brian Kelly was at Notre Dame for a while, and too long, because he only won 70% of his games there. He was 92-39. That's 70.5%.
Right.
Which at Notre Dame is not good. That's not good enough at Notre Dame to win 70% of your games. Let's be clear about that. But he lasted there for 11 years.
And getting then clowned in the playoffs. Twice, 3 times?
Twice for sure.
Yeah.
That one time, Alabama beat him, 30-3? Or was it Clemson?
Yeah.
Clemson.
Alabama housed them.
In back-to-back years, they got
Ohio
just
State
handled by
fucking.
in back-to-back years, they got handled by Clemson and Alabama. I can't remember what the order was. But yeah, not great performance, but he's stuck around for a long time. I'm looking for an Oklahoma job. Not that I would take it right now necessarily.
No.
But Oklahoma, Penn State, those are the jobs I'm looking at if I'm a young coach.
Where do you think Lane ends up?
I hope Penn State. But I think he stays at Ole Miss.
I think he's a Southern guy.
I agree with that.
Yes.
I agree with that. But Penn State is a legit blue blood, and they can definitely lure people.
Yes,
they can.
They can shop anywhere.
Yeah,
that's another thing too. Is there's certain schools where you can shop anywhere, and I'm actually not sure that LSU is a school where you can shop anywhere. It just doesn't matter because they're in the Southeast, so they don't necessarily need to shop outside of the Southeast.
In my opinion, just having gone there, it's an elite job.
Oh yeah,
Like
it's incredible.
And you win national
But
championships.
the thing is that they're just crazy. So you don't know if you're going to run afoul of them one year where they think they should win a natty, and then boom, you're gone a year later or something like that. I mean, Orgeron had no time to build that program. Like he won in year 2 with good transfers and recruits that I guess might not have even been his for some of them. And a year and a half later, they were like, we see where this is going, get the fuck out. Same with Florida, by the way. They gave Napier enough runway, so I think that job feels that way. But they kicked Mullen out after multiple.
It's gone. I think he goes to LSU, only because of the Saban connection.
Yeah.
He's always worshipped Saban. He worked for Saban, obviously, under that Saban tree. You take an LSU job, I bet you he has made a call to Saban saying, how is that job?
Yeah.
Why don't you really tell me how that job is? I don't see him in Florida.
Did you see what Kirby Smart said I think today yesterday about the LSU job?
No, what did he say?
Because he worked at LSU too. I think.
Oh,
I think
did he really?
I think under Saban.
Okay.
And because he's been a Saban coach for a while.
Yeah.
And he said that at one point, like a booster or someone who worked there, like told him while he was in his office, he was like, "See this office?" And he's like, "Yeah." And he goes, "You're just borrowing it."
Said that to whom?
Who did he say
To
that
Kirby when he was an assistant at LSU.
Oh, that's funny.
So like, I mean, that's how they feel.
I know.
That's you don't have time. I don't know if you're allowed to build a program there. I don't know what the patience is. It can take a couple years, especially if you don't hit on a quarterback in the transfer portal or something like that. Like
I would have said Lane would only take the Bama job, but that seems secure, obviously.
DeBoer's not going anywhere.
No. Early on, after that first loss to Florida State, they were asking for his head to roll. That's not going to happen anymore. I've got now Ohio State and Alabama in the national championship, for Christ's sakes. But I think this LSU job is an elite job. I think he flips there. I think Brian Kelly, by the way, is the new coach of Penn State.
Maybe.
I think that's where he's going to go.
I mean, we're losers, so that would make sense because he's a fucking loser.
But he's a northern guy. When he put on the fake cowboy accent, all that bullshit, the southern accent.
But he shows up to blue blood universities and wins 70% of games, which you could do.
Yeah.
Honestly, you just show up, punch the ticket day to day, and you can win 70% of your games at Notre Dame, at Penn State, at LSU. Mm-hmm. And that's who he is. So, yeah, we'll probably get him.
Because I think the first call is going to be to Freeman to get him and his entire staff. If they say no, then they'll go to Kelly. Right now, there are so many great jobs open, and potentially FSU. We'll see what happens with Norvell at the end of the year. That the musical chairs is going to start very, very quickly here behind the scenes, simply because there's not enough big names out there to fill all these fucking jobs.
The job market. This is probably the craziest college coaching job market I've ever seen.
If there was an Indeed for college football coaches, this is the dream year for it. I mean, this is fucking insane.
And by the way, this will make the transfer portal insane as well.
Yes. But they did change the rules, so you're only going to be able to flip once now.
Yeah, but I believe you can still, if your coach is fired or leaves, you can declare for the transfer portal earlier.
Right. So all these kids will be able to.
Yeah.
LSU, FSU, Florida, Penn State.
I mean, and dude, we don't know if so Florida State hasn't opened up yet. Wisconsin, decent chance that opens up, which is a solid job. Although they'll probably just poach a G5 guy or coordinator, I'd imagine. And then there's a rumor that Sark would take an NFL job.
I don't think that's a rumor.
No, it's definitely not a rumor. The fact that he said the way that he responded to it tells you that it's not a rumor. And it's like just the combination of disgust and incredulity. If it's just like righteous anger, you temper yourself and you say, that's stupid. We're not doing that. But when you say, there's fucking the woman doth protest too much, that dude is entertaining offers from the NFL right now. I would stake a lot on that.
I agree. And I think with him, I think because I don't know this conversation behind the scenes. I love to know it. I wonder if as a college football coach, he was like, man, I would have rather had Ewers for an extra year here instead of shoving him out the door. For Arch, and now he's going to be, if he stays, he's stuck with Arch next year. And he will go down with that ship if he doesn't get out of there. Yeah. Because I don't think this kid can turn it around this quickly. I just don't.
Well, he might be hurt now, too.
Yes. Yeah. So I think that NFL thing is real. The other college that this hurts, obviously, is your own, Bob. Drink is on everyone's fucking list.
He would also be insane to leave Missouri. So he should pick up the phone right now and call Lane Kiffin and say, "Don't fucking go anywhere. Stay where you're at. I'll stay where I'm at, and we'll fucking start to siphon off this power in the Southeast." It only takes a little while, a couple years to start. Look at Clemson. Clemson's recruiting base fucking sucks now. It only took a couple of years of them sucking. You've seen their offensive defensive line now. It does not look like it did in 16 or 20 or 19. It doesn't look anywhere close to that anymore, right? Those dudes used to be bigger and faster than everybody else. And now, look, no shade on the people that are at Clemson right now. I'm sure you're all lovely people. But you're not competitive as a blue blood anymore. Not that they were blue blood, but they, for a good
high level
8-year stretch, they were there, right?
They were as good as
not
anyone.
anymore. Ole Miss and Missouri can fucking start to rise up to the top of that. I don't know that Vanderbilt's got the juice to do it because they lean so much on one player.
That's another name, though.
Yeah,
that coach.
He's almost certainly on the move.
He's gone.
As soon as the quarterback leaves, he's got to go too because that's you like.
He's only done it with Pavia.
You sell high, right?
Yes. And
you sell high in your career. I don't know if he's got.
This is the best point to do it if you're him.
He's also worked at Blue Blood Institute. He was Notre Dame's DC under Kelly, I think.
Actually. I mean, as a matter of fact, he might be the next Notre Dame head coach if Freeman leaves. And that would not be a bad selection either, I don't think.
Or the next LSU or Florida, to be honest.
Possible. LSU seems unlikely. Florida seems like a good place.
I'll give my predictions. You have some?
I'll just say this about so if you're not if you're a person who's building something at a mid-level school like Ole Miss or Missouri, I would understand going to an Alabama or maybe an LSU. But the difference is, like with a Florida, for example, it's like you just started building something. Do you really want to start over from scratch? Maybe they do because they're young. But the playing field is a little more even. I would understand if they leave. I wouldn't even be butthurt if they left. Like, it is a bigger job, like, no question. But the playing field's a little more open than it used to be, a little more even than it used to be. And it's just like, if you're not Lane would have the biggest leash because he's the biggest name.
Yeah.
But a guy like Drink or Clark Lee, for example.
They got 2 years.
They're not going to have long.
They got 2 years to at a minimum be in the conference championship. Otherwise, they're gone.
Yeah.
And so that's what I wonder. Whereas Drink right now is completely secure at Missouri. Lane is completely secure at Ole Miss.
What does he make a year? What does he make a year?
He's in the top 10 highest paid coaches in the country. It's like $9 million.
Oof. That's
he's already top 10. Actually, he was 11th, and then Franklin got fired. So then he moved in to the number 10 slot.
All right.
And actually now he's probably 8th or 9th because Kelly got fired. He's even higher.
I'll give my predictions here. I think Lane goes to LSU. I think Drink goes to Florida. I think Brian Kelly goes to Penn State, only because Freeman won't leave with his staff at Notre Dame. They're in the playoffs already, so there's no reason.
Don't think Freeman. All right, I think Freeman would be crazy to leave.
Well, yes, you don't have to play anybody, and you can just fucking go. You're not in a conference. You don't have to play a conference championship. You don't do shit.
You can also build,
and your games are still nationally televised on NBC.
Yeah, you can still build your schedule to make it look respectable too.
Yeah,
in a
do
way
whatever you want.
No one else has. Like if you're in the Big 12, you start playing in the Big 12.
Yes.
Even if you're in the Big 10, like you're playing a lot of, Minnesotas.
Yes.
But Notre Dame can put whatever they want.
Yes,
there.
they can do whatever they want.
Yeah.
And I think it'd be dumb to leave. I would say if I was him and keep that staff. But Brian Kelly, one of the meetings I was in was pitched and that Penn State gig. But this was 2 weeks ago. I didn't think he was getting fired 2 days ago. So,
Well, the last time he got hired was in November.
Was it really?
For LSU, yeah. They replaced, so the AD stepped in for a couple weeks.
Okay.
I think Orgeron got fired in October, and by late, I think it was the third week of November is when Kelly got hired to take that job over.
Interesting.
I don't know if he started then or not, but mid-season head coaching changes in any sport, unless it's just a fucking interim from the bench coach.
Yeah.
Right? Is really rare. You don't see that ever, but it happened with him.
Well, the season's over at Thanksgiving, right? Like that's it for most of it. Then you have the conference championships, but those coaches aren't getting fired who are in the conference championships.
LSU just sucked. They had they were just so bad. I think they were. What did they win? Like 8 games that year, or 9 games maybe.
It was like 8 or 9, but also there was like a ton of off-field stuff.
Yeah,
like a bunch of crazy off-field shit.
Yeah, it's weird shit.
Where
somebody said
he was just like trying to fuck chicks at the gas station or some weird shit like that. And
we're doing a live show at a gas station. How's that work?
We are.
Yeah.
We'll be there November 6th at University of South Florida. Join us. We'll be at Bulls Liquor at 2 p.m. that day. Come and join us across the street there from all the fraternities.
Brent Broussard seems to think that LSU is going to bring Nick Saban back.
No.
And then
No.
Miss
No, he's not
Terry's-
coming back.
Miss Terry's all about it. Miss Terry being his wife. She wants him to go coach again.
He doesn't want to do that.
He doesn't want to do it.
Especially, not that it matters as much because he's a college coach, but just like, look at your best friend.
Look at Belichick.
Yeah, look at your best friend. Look what's happening.
It's sad.
Stay.
You walked off.
You are a hero.
You were Jordan Game 6. I mean, you took a team to just one play away from the championship.
Don't go to the
You're
Wizards.
good, dude. I don't have a negative look back on anything that Saban did right now. Like nothing. So why destroy your legacy?
I don't think he would. I think he would win immediately.
I think he would win immediately too.
He's
and
still
I think
the
every
best.
recruit, by the way, would go there.
Fuck yeah, I would.
Fuck yeah.
100%.
Yes.
I would set my coach up to get them fired just so I could leave. I'd frame him for murder just so I could leave.
I know. Because, yes, we would all play for Saban.
Fuck yeah.
All of us
For
would.
any
Yeah.
sport, actually.
But I mean, at this
if
point,
I was a fucking baseball player and I found out Nick Saban was coming to coach the team, we're like, yeah, let's do this.
But for him to have
he's a great personnel manager.
He's awesome.
That's the thing he's bad. He knows, obviously, he knows football really well, but he is a great personnel manager from his high level to mid level coaching staff, and then also the players. You don't find that's like that dude could have been the CEO of any company.
I just don't think he wants to sit in these fucking NIL meetings and have to deal with this bullshit.
Although I will say this too.
Well,
now,
you just got to have a headhunter for that.
as this is what's bullshit about schools getting mad about winning or not winning or what not winning is it's no longer all on the coach, because it used to basically just be you get the coach in there and he recruits and does his stuff and you have a decent institution behind it, but it really is all on the coach. Now with NIL and with all that all the shit like
And
that,
general managers.
you need it's on the program as much as it is on the guy you put in charge of the team.
Yeah.
So when you're firing a Brian Kelly or a James Franklin or whatever, like, all right, yeah, they fucked up. They didn't give you the results you wanted necessarily, but like, were you doing enough? That was never really something you could necessarily say before. To a little extent it was. But now it's as much on the school and the athletic department as it is on the coach.
Yeah, because the AD has become a fundraiser.
Yeah.
Like Ohio State's, for example.
Right.
Like that guy, I think he's a good AD. He was never good at Texas A&M. You know he's great at was raising money. Those motherfuckers had more money than everybody else. Then he went over to Ohio State, did the same thing. I never hear about him being a great athletic director. Ever. It's just, hey, he can get money. Cool, man. It's just a different gig now.
Yeah.
Like, it is not what it used to be where, hey, I care about all sports and I'm going to be involved.
No.
Nope. You're just raising money and giving it to all your
Yeah,
sports.
but if you're a blue blood school, you don't have any excuse for this. Every blue blood school should have reached into the recently retired, like within the last 10 to 15 years, NFL players that played at their universities or people who are just popular in the sport still. Like, for example, USC should have by now reached out to one of the 80 dudes that are on TV that went to that university who are super popular guys. Probably not Mark Sanchez, obviously.
Yeah.
But any of the other ones. Call Matt Leinart and say, hey, we want you to come be the general manager of USC football, help fundraise and help recruit and get people here. That's all you have to do. You work 3 months a year for us, off and on, travel a little bit in the off season, get some recruits, get some money, and then you fuck off and we'll pay you whatever. Because USC is a private university, they can pay them whatever the fuck they want. You know what I mean? The fact that all these blue blood schools are not doing that yet, to take some of that off the coach, because we've talked about this before, the coach's job is to manage the team. Saban was particularly good at going into people's living rooms and convincing mom that, hey, your son's going to do well at my university and I'm going to get him to get the best out of him and all this stuff. But it's a different game now. The whole thing's different now. You can't manage all of the stuff that we're asking head coaches in football to manage right now.
Yeah,
You can't. There's no way to do the fundraising plus the recruiting plus the day-to-day managerial stuff. You just can't do all of those things.
And
that's why a company has a CEO, a president, a chief operating officer, and so on.
CFO, everything.
Yeah.
And I will say this, Brian Kelly might have been the type of guy who would refuse that help. Brian Kelly in particular.
Yeah, that's why he's fired.
But there are going to be a lot of other coaches who aren't. I know,
Saban wasn't the kind of guy that would refuse that help.
No. And
That's why he's got this massive coaching tree, like Schottenheimer, some of these other guys that were great managers
goes
back in the day.
way,
Andy
way
Reid.
deep.
And I doubt,
dude.
I
mean,
doubt
it's nuts.
Lane Kiffin, and I know Eli Drinkwitz aren't that way. So if you're going to hire a guy like that, you got to understand that the failure is going to be potentially like 50% on you as a school and a program. And at some point, you got to look in the mirror if coaches keep not working out, like Florida, for example, for the last fucking 4 coaches they've had.
Yeah.
It's all of them. Who at some point, who's the common denominator? It ain't the fucking one coach you fired after another. It's fucking you.
I'm looking at all these guys, and it's like they're bringing up James Madison's coach. He's obviously being mentioned for a bunch of jobs.
Dude, don't sleep on
Vandy's coach is being mentioned for a bunch of jobs.
Don't sleep on the G5 guys. Like truly, like just because they're the coaches that we're talking about are big names. Signetti wasn't a big name.
No, and by the way, if you like Vandy, he could switch to Florida State, for example.
Yeah.
I mean, it's sky's the limit for these. The problem is though, there is just not enough great names out there to fill all these jobs.
Even, by the way,
this is going to be like an NBA offseason. That's how exciting it is.
Honestly, you want to go another top 4 team? I forget what the rankings are right now. But A&M, Mike Elko came from Duke.
Did he really?
Yeah.
Interesting.
Elko came from Duke.
Okay.
So, like,
they're out there. They're out there.
Yeah, they are absolutely out there.
You got to spend time. And
they got the money to look.
Yeah. So it's pretty wild to me because I can't remember a year that there's been this many huge head coaching jobs open, and we're
not even over yet.
It's not even November 1st.
Yeah, and I mean, you still got Virginia Tech out there as a job, and also there's a non-zero chance that maybe Beamer doesn't stick around at South Carolina.
Oh yeah, maybe. And by the way, that Matt Rule rumor, if you hired him at Penn State, God, I'd be pissed if I was Penn State. If I'm an alumni at Penn State and they hire Matt Rule, because I know that's his buddy and all that other shit, the athletic director's buddy, but man, what a fucking lateral move that would be. Or worse. It'd be worse in my opinion. I'd rather have Franklin than him.
Yeah.
So we'll see, but you're going to have some answers here right around Thanksgiving or the day after, because the day after the championships are over, I'd imagine you're going to get your first hires on that Sunday. So you got the SEC, Big Ten championship, Big 12. Like all of that's got to happen on Sunday.
For anyone who's
not enough
for anyone who's
of
not
these
playoff
guys.
eligible.
Yeah. Yes,
because there'll be teams that aren't in the conference championship games. It'll be after the playoff announcements, really, right? Which is usually right after the conference championship games. But once teams know, maybe like a 10-2 team doesn't get in from some conference, and that coach is kind of hot, gone.
Yep. Because let's look at Ole Miss's schedule. Who do they have left here?
Mississippi State, LS. No, they beat LSU. Mississippi State for sure.
They've got South Carolina, the Citadel, Florida, and Mississippi State. So
Mississippi State's going to be tough.
No.
Yeah, they're a decent team.
They're 0-4 in conference.
Yeah, but they keep losing in overtime.
I don't care.
They're
not beating Ole Miss.
Oh, Egg Bowls get weird.
They do.
Egg Bowls get weird.
And it's an 11 a.m. game.
They're not going into that game undefeated and losing to Mississippi State. Let's be real clear.
Well, they're not
about
undefeated.
That. They are. Oh, well, I mean, like
they got one loss.
Yeah, with one loss, and it's to Georgia.
Yeah.
Do they? Let me ask you. Even if they lose to Mississippi State, are they in?
Yeah, 10-2, unquestionably.
Okay.
Unquestionably.
Yeah, but they won't.
Okay.
So don't worry about it.
Because they'll be playing Mississippi State for probably a shot at the conference title game. There might be a lot of one-loss in-conference SEC teams that are jockeying for it.
It depends on if – I don't think, to be honest, we'll see with A&M. I think Missouri's going to be tough for A&M this week. We'll see.
We have a bye this week, but
or whenever it is. The next game.
We'll see.
I don't think Texas is going to beat A&M.
No.
So A&M's going to have one loss probably, but not necessarily. I don't think Bama's losing in conference. To be honest,
Georgia, I don't think has any conference losses left on their schedule either.
No,
they only have 2 games left.
No, so it's going to be. We'll see what happens with Vanderbilt, but there might be 4 one-loss teams.
Yeah, but
in
Vanderbilt lost to Bama, so they're underneath. Georgia lost to Bama. But Ole Miss lost to Georgia, so that's a tiebreaker there. It's a mess right now, but it'll sort itself out.
Even if A&M loses to Missouri, though, nobody would have a tiebreaker over them. If that's their only in-conference loss, no, because that'll be their only conference loss. I think
that second thing it goes to is the combined record of teams you played in the conference and whoever beat the toughest schedules.
Okay. Well, Missouri is going to have a pretty tough schedule.
Yeah, but we have 2 conference losses. So
yeah, I think they're out. Let me do the sponsors real quick, and then we'll get to those games here because that will determine what's actually going to happen here. Wide open. MyBookie.com. Promo code Drinkin' Bros doubles that first deposit all the way up to $1,000. Look, there is a million things to bet on. Hit another fucking parlay this weekend. Ryan, you're back there on the 1s and 2s. If I hit you up with this, is it good or what do we got here?
Was it 11?
Ryan, right guy? If I do hit you with it, are you good on it? Are you going to shit your pants?
Are you airdropping it or
he already
I'm
shit his
asking you.
pants just to get it out of the way.
I'm asking you, Ross's iMac?
Yeah, airdrop works.
If you show up to work with your pants shit already, you don't have to worry about it.
Did you get it?
It's an old pros tip.
Yeah. Pros as in professional, not as in writing.
Exactly.
Yeah.
You stupid bitches.
Send it once more.
No, you can't do it.
What's
dude.
going on back there, man?
It's always a mess. With the airdrop.
Yeah, airdrop has been shifty.
It's not that, dude. Technology isn't there yet.
It's perfectly
We're not.
fine.
We also had a fucking
We've
power outage
never.
over the
We've
weekend.
never been there for airdrop, dude.
You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to set aside some money and hire somebody to follow, just for the next 2 years, follow me around as I fix technical issues you're having. And then we're going to make
You had it too.
No, I've never had
Yeah,
it.
yeah,
And
you
then
have.
we'll make a documentary out of like the very.
Nope.
You're only like 3 or 4 years older than me too.
Here's-
but it's that 3 or
here's-
4 years that really makes a difference.
I'll
It's
tell
not-
the audience why you're lying.
Being
Every
bo-
car that we
being-
rent in every city, you can never connect your phone.
That's,
or I.
Yeah,
Me neither.
CarPlay. That's CarPlay. That's not
It's
the same
all
thing.
Apple. They all
No.
fucking suck.
Yeah, but they don't
AirDrop
have.
sucks.
They do
CarPlay
that.
Sucks.
They do that shit on purpose
Steve
because
Jobs
they want you.
sucks.
No, they want. Those are Google cars, and they want you to use Google.
No,
That's
Steve
why.
Jobs sucks. He was a piece of shit. He was
He-
terrible at his job. He even ripped off Apple. That was the Beatles, dude. The Beatles had to fucking sue him. He's a loser, okay? And he's dead for that
What?
reason.
No, he's dead from cancer.
Nope. He died from losing against cancer. It was up to him, and he lost. Again, dude, he's a fucking loser. You didn't get that, did you, Ryan? No.
No.
I'd have a better shot texting you. Let's just do that, Ryan, because that's all we can do here. And that's the importance of showing you these teasers and all this fun stuff on MyBookie. Is everybody's like, man, how are you doing this? Somebody asked me to explain it, like what a PK was, for example. It's a
Pick'em? Yeah.
Pick'em game. So, like, when you get it down to a pick'em game, there's a few listeners who would ask for some examples here. When you do it like that, it means, hey, you just have to win the fucking game. That's it.
Yeah.
There's no spread. That's what a PK means. It's a
one.
pick'em game. Ryan, I'm going to text it to you here. And then the parlays you can set up on your own. So even if you want to buy, and this is why I'm sending this to you, even if you want to buy a half a point on something like that, you can still put it with other bets and have a monstrous parlay. College football day, I think I won $3,500 there. Obviously, I put $1,000 on the Missouri game. That was great. And then this parlay hits. And then the Ole Miss game, we went yard on as well. I had $500 on that. Ole Miss was getting 5 points in that game, which always seemed weird to me.
Yeah, that was bizarre.
But then I lost a fuck ton on Saturday. Did you get the text there, Raga?
Yeah, getting it up.
You figured out. There it is, right there. So these money lines, I was asked to describe why I won so much money on this money line parlays. Money line just means you just have to win. That's all you got to do. Just win the bet.
This is not a teaser.
No, it is a parlay. And you still have the option, though, to go with the +5 because Ole Miss was getting +5.
Right.
Or you pick money line. Money line means they just have to win, and that's it. And that's why I enjoy those. And as you see, $500 pays off at 4-1, a little over 4-1. That one won $2,200 there. Felt very confident in Ole Miss, Vandy, and then Alabama. They all won pretty decently, except for that Ole Miss. That last second touchdown was nuts, dude. I was coaching a game, and then I got out of there, and I saw that Hail Mary at the end, and I was like, holy shit.
What? Oh, Missouri?
Did you think he was in?
No. I was at the Mizzou bar for this game, and no one even reacted to it because we were like, "Did you catch it?" And then we saw the replay, and we were like, "Oh, did he get in?" And then we were like, "Oh no, I don't think he got in."
Okay.
We were
Because
already-
it was hard to tell.
We were already too angry about the rest of the game to give a shit about that. Hail
Gotcha,
Mary.
which we'll get into. But that's the beauty of MyBookie is like, dude, you just pick a couple teams, you win a shit ton of money, and it rocks. Problem with the NFL is I cannot fucking pull it together, so therefore I'm losing in the NFL. College, I've been lights out for fucking 8th year in a row on this goddamn thing. And it's all working out exactly as the pre-prediction show, pretty much, besides Penn State, Jesus. But everybody else has been great on a week-to-week basis. That's how you can win a bunch of money. Tonight's game, I'm going to do the same thing with the Chiefs, which we'll get to as well. Go to mybookie.com, enter the promo code Drinkin' Bros to double that first deposit all the way up to $1,000. Next up, we got drinkinbrostickets.com. A lot of you guys have been buying tickets over there. It's everything, not just college. It's not just NFL. Somebody bought Harry Potter tickets. Somebody bought concert tickets the other day, monster truck tickets, F1 tickets. I forgot F1 was here.
Oh, yeah.
In Austin, a couple weeks ago.
Big race.
I'm not a big F1 guy, so
Me neither.
I like the movie a lot with Brad Pitt.
Yeah.
That was fucking awesome. But other than that, I'm good. But I saw you guys buying it because it gets sent to me in the background. It's $10 cheaper than StubHub. Super fucking easy. And it's at drinkinbrostickets.com. Last but not least is hardafseltzer.com. That's us. It's our own booze here. All right. Alabama, Auburn, South Florida. We have 10 days left. 10 days left total. So there's 31 days in October. That's quick math, Ross, here to the Circle K test. That is in all of those campus areas. You can go to hardyfseltzer.com, click on the store locator, enter your city or zip, and it'll take you to the closest location nearest you. Buy out all the Circle Ks in Tuscaloosa, Auburn, and then Florida as well. That will open up 3,000 stores in the Southeast. We will have that answer here by Thanksgiving or Christmas, I believe. We are ahead right now of pace, so just keep buying them out. And then November 6th, we're doing that live show. It's South Florida. That will close us out on all of those deals, and hopefully that will change the company overnight. Over 4,000 of you guys are invested in it, so are we. It's a win-win here. So buy them out. There's only variety packs in these stores. I don't know why they did this. They also choose the cities at random, so we have no choice on that either. But thank you for fucking buying these guys out. Just go in. They usually restock on a Tuesday or Thursday, and then just buy them out for the fucking tailgates and all that other fun stuff that you guys are going to. All right, let's get to college football here from this week. It actually turned into a banger of a fucking day all the way around here, man. I guess, Bob, we'll start with you because that Vandy game is what I bet $1,000 on.
Yeah.
We got a lightning delay here, so the game was pushed for me. I didn't really get to see much of this until the last play in the car there. Did Pribula get hurt?
Yes, he might be out for the season. It was on a 1 yard. Like we were trying to punch it into the end zone on a, I think, 4th and goal on the 1.
Okay. What quarter?
Mid to late third.
Oh, okay, gotcha. So he played most of the game?
Yeah.
It appeared like it was a defensive battle for most of it.
Yeah.
How was the game? And I'm asking in all sincerity because I only watched the last play.
I mean, honestly, God, Vanderbilt didn't look very impressive. Our defense shut them down, but our offense was I don't know what the fuck the game plan was at all from Kirby Moore. We had the ball 3rd and goal on the 1. Didn't give it to Ahmad Hardy either time. Then Pribula ended up dying on the we had a missed field goal, but that's fine just because our kicker got hurt week 1.
Okay.
So we have a freshman backup kicker. Like we don't have a kicking game right now. That just is what it is. I can't even be mad about it, to be honest.
No.
And then Vandy, they scored. They really didn't have any sustained drives. Their game-winning touchdown, I think, was on. They just broke an 80-yard run, like one explosive play. Do what you got to do, win the game. But can't say I was terribly impressed by Vandy's offense. I think Pavia had like 140 yards total for the game. I mean, the defense did everything they needed to do, and the offense was just nowhere to be fucking found. It was infuriating. But
it felt like that against Auburn too, though. Like
it did, but the difference is
problems.
The difference is that Auburn was doing it because Auburn had freaks on the field. This was self-inflicted. From what because you can ask any Mizzou fan. We all said the same thing. We were like, well, fuck, I don't know what to fucking do against that defense. You know what I mean?
Right.
This game was like, what are we doing?
Yep.
What the fuck are we doing? And even in the Alabama game was more like, we should have probably lost by more, to be honest. It was a miracle we were in that game. But this game was, neither team looked good for a variety of reasons, but Vanderbilt survived and advanced and is what it is. But yeah, I don't think if Vandy makes the playoffs, I don't love them against a team with a competent defense because they've played 2 and they put up a combined like 31 points against them.
Yeah, look, this is one kid doing all the shit and willing this team to victory every week.
Yeah.
This reminds me of a Manziel sitch where, no, I don't think they can win a title or anything.
It's Manziel without Mike Evans.
Right. and that's the issue there. So, like, they're fun to watch. And I think they certainly beat probably Texas.
I don't know. Honestly, Texas has a good enough defense. It's at Texas. Texas is still playing for something somehow because they miraculously came back against Mississippi State.
Is nuts,
I was
man.
pissed about that one.
So I was that one I got to see, right?
Yeah.
And I was like, how the fuck is this? That's the second week in a row. They took another shitty team to overtime. It was Kentucky the week before.
Yeah.
And then they magically won the game. But somehow keep staying alive. I mean, Georgia will crush their hopes and dreams, and then we don't have to talk about them anymore.
It's coming.
It's
coming.
But
I don't know if Vanderbilt's going to be the one to do it, to be honest. More likely than
so.
not. Vandy, I think, is slightly favored, but it's really tight. It's like a 1.5 point spread or something like that.
Is it this week?
Yeah.
I got an email about it.
Yeah, it's this week.
11 a.m. Gross.
But if you look at this game, just to give you some perspective on how it went offensively, the leading passer was our backup quarterback who came in halfway through the third quarter. Between Pavia, Pribula, and Matt Zollers, who is a true freshman.
Sure.
Zollers had the most passing yards.
Okay.
It was a defensive nightmare.
Yeah. Next up was Indiana here. They won by 50. Got to watch this. It was a rain delay, so I just went home. This was the game that was on, and I watched it. Look, they're doing what they should do, and is, beat these schools and all this other stuff. I finally got to really watch this team for the first time. They're good. They're scrappy. They play fast, but they're very small. Like, the defense is very, very small. I think if they went up against a Georgia or an Alabama or an Ohio State, I don't know.
They went up against an Oregon.
I don't. But we saw them in person, and we didn't like Oregon. So, we came back and said, dude, I don't like either of these teams, Oregon or Penn State. And then Oregon, yet again, proved. And they beat Wisconsin 21-7 this week, for Christ's sakes. That was fucking nuts. I just don't believe in Oregon either. So, they're doing what they need to do. You're not going to see who this is until the literal last game of the year, and that's it. I mean, who's the rest of their schedule?
Nobody. Nobody.
Maryland's, Penn State's,
Wisconsin, Purdue.
at Penn State, Wisconsin, and Purdue. I don't know. Dan, any
fine.
shot that Penn State shows up and does something?
No.
Aller's out for the year, right? So that's not a thing. Next up is A&M against LSU. This one stunned me. I think it was my only loss. This is my only fucking loss that day. Was this? No,
Did you
I'm
not
sorry.
take Mississippi State?
I took Mississippi State.
Yeah.
7.5. It was great. But I won by half.
You
a
took
point.
the line?
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. It was
Okay,
awesome.
okay.
So we won all that. That was fine. No, the other one I lost was I had a 13-point teaser on UCLA, and that spread, I jacked it up to 39, and they didn't cover.
Yeah.
Because they looked good they won the last 3 weeks.
I bet the over on that game, which
Did it cover?
the over was 54.5, which I did not understand for the life of me. So Indiana covered it.
By themselves.
Yes.
But, yeah. All right. But A&M, man, 49 points at LSU.
Yeah, erupted in the
That
second
is
half.
fucking nuts.
I have no
man.
more questions about A&M. After last week, I have no more questions about Alabama either, despite what happened this week.
Sellers look good on the road, man. My Rachel watches this. She's a diehard. So, dude, Sellers tried to do it all on his own. Looks like he's finally healthy.
And, I mean, you got to...
They might shock somebody by the end of the year.
Yeah, but you also got to remember, too, with Alabama, they just went through a gauntlet. One of the worst gauntlets in SEC history.
Yeah.
So, them coming out and finally kind of, being a little flat against a team that's not as good as them after having to be, on razor's edge for a month straight. I don't care.
The shocker for me was Ty Simpson, because usually he's really accurate. 25 for 43 in this game.
Hey, man, if you're going to have a game like that, it might as well be against South Carolina.
Totally. But they were down. I mean, they were down.
Oh, yeah, I know. I was
dude, and,
excited.
Man, they should have lost this game. They did not. Ended up scoring with about 30 seconds left in this one to get the victory. Because I don't even know if that would have gone to overtime based on where that kick would have been.
Yeah.
Oregon. Look, Oregon won 21-7. What's the story there? They're not that good. So if you're out there and you're worried again, I'd pick Missouri over Oregon.
Maybe.
Well, Pribula was healthy. But
honestly, I like Zollers looked better than Pribula. Pribula has fallen off a cliff. I don't know what's going on with him.
I'm not really that big of a fan. They're same thing. They got small dudes. They're fast. But anybody can come in and bully these guys around. And dude, when your leading quarterback in this game has 86 yards passing and it's Wisconsin and not Oregon, you've got fucking problems.
Yeah,
there,
it's
bro.
bad. I will say this about Indiana. I'm not worried about Indiana's ability to beat any team on any given day, including Ohio State. What I'm worried about is their ability to do it 3 or 4 times.
Well, because you're going to the size. The size is going to shock in all of them, and that's what's going to do it after watching them. And I think a Bama or a Georgia or an Ohio State is going to work them.
Do I think they could beat Bama or Georgia or Ohio State on any given Saturday? Yes. Do I think they could beat all 3 of them in a row? No.
I don't either. Look, we won't find out until the end.
Yeah.
Georgia Tech rolled Syracuse. Good win for them. They are still in the driver's seat there. But now that Tech-Georgia game at the end of the year, it's looking pretty wild, man.
Big.
That's a pretty big game now. Ole Miss, that was an easy one over Oklahoma, and we picked this all week, hammered it, money line, 5 points, all the things. That's it. And is this knock Oklahoma out at 6-2?
No. I think a 10-2 SEC team gets in.
It could be a lot of them though.
Yeah, I think I think pretty much any SEC team that's 10-2 gets in. So even though I do not think Missouri is going to make the playoff, they're not technically dead yet, and Oklahoma's not technically dead yet. However, I don't think either is going to make the playoff.
I don't either. Next up was Miami steamrolling Stanford. It's Stanford. I'm not going to care. I will say this though. This game at home, there was about 14 people there total. I've never, ever seen a stadium that empty for a college football game, especially a ranked team in the top 10.
Yeah.
In my entire life. That was an embarrassment.
That's just Miami sports. Not even Miami Hurricane sports.
All Miami sports, man, are just dead. That's a city that you should move all these teams out of, to be honest with you. Ship that baseball team to Austin or something. Obviously, Vandy, Missouri, we talked about. So won all the money there. That was great. BYU kicked the shit out of Iowa State. BYU. Rolling along, man.
Yeah.
The Mormons, dude. Rolling along.
I'm telling you.
Yeah. You got them. You got them winning it all.
They're good.
You got them winning it all for the Big 12, right?
Yeah. I think they're going to win the Big 12. Yep.
For the Big 12's sake, I think the only way they get 2 bids is if, well, they might get 2 either way. If Tech and BYU play and either of those teams loses, they might both get in.
I think so.
But that's
if Tech beats BYU, I think both teams get in.
Well,
that will definitely happen. But I mean, if BYU beats Tech and Tech only has 2 losses, but the second loss is a conference championship game loss and not a regular season loss, I think Tech probably gets.
That's what I think so too. Yep.
Yeah.
Maybe that means the problem is Tech's they got a bye this week. BYU. I don't know about Tech actually. BYU plays them on the 8th, and then.
Oh, then yeah, that won't. That scenario won't.
By the way,
They've already lost
Hard
the
AF
game.
Seltzers is doing that game. So Ryan Mills will be there. We're doing all the alumni events outside the stadium, and then I believe inside the stadium as well. So if you're there and you're at that game, they have not announced a start time for it. We'll tell you where to go and meet up with Ryan. And yeah, they're giving out free Hard AF all day and all that other shit at that game. It was just a luck of the draw. He picked that before the season started, and we had no idea either of these teams were going to be that good. So shit, that'll be a fun one. Texas Tech rolled Oklahoma State. God damn it, they're awful, man.
Oh yeah, it's another open job, but no.
Another open job at Oklahoma State, and they have money.
Yeah.
They got money there,
Yep.
dude. And we didn't even talk about this shot.
Yeah.
That's how dead it is. They're 1-7.
And Arkansas is open too, by the way.
Yeah,
But I kind of think it's.
I
not.
think it's Petrino.
Yeah, I kind of think it's not
Petrino.
open.
I do too. Virginia, North Carolina. This is why we said don't bet on this shit, man. Like, I don't believe in this team. Congratulations, they scored the extra point in this.
Just
And
win, baby.
That's it.
Survive in advance.
Did North Carolina go for 2? Is that what happened there?
I don't know. I did not catch.
I think
this
so.
game.
Yeah.
So for the win.
Oh, an
smart.
OT. Yeah.
Yeah, that's what my.
Smart.
that's-
I would have
yeah.
too, man. Tennessee rolled Kentucky, won all the money on that. That was good. Aguilar looked excellent in this one. South Florida, man, this hurts. This one hurts on the inside at Memphis. God damn it, man. Fuck.
South Florida's not dead.
They're not dead, but
That's a
they're
tough away
6-2, man.
You also, it doesn't matter. It's the highest ranked G5 champion, and there's no other conference in here. So it's whoever wins the American is going to get in.
I know.
So they're fine. They're alive. They're alive and well.
They're alive. Let's go, Bulls. Figure it out. Louisville beats Boston College. No shock there. Cincinnati destroyed Baylor. No shock there. Texas, Mississippi State hammered this all day, 7.5. They won by that half, only because it was in overtime here. Look, this was another fucking miracle for Texas. They just scored 24 points in the fourth quarter to come back and tie this game. Mississippi State continues to give away games here, man. I've never seen anything like it. There was an 80-yard punt return.
Yeah.
That was the score that tied this game with like a minute left.
Yeah.
And I just don't fucking
Look,
get
Mississippi
it, dude.
State's a decent team, but they're decent. They're decent.
They're a good team. So they took Tennessee to overtime.
know.
They took Texas to
They
overtime.
beat Arizona State.
They lost to Florida 23-21. And then they beat Arizona State when Arizona State was ranked 12th.
Arizona State, yeah. I mean, look, Mississippi State's a decent team. They're gonna give you a game. Like, you can't sleep on Mississippi State.
No.
But it's a second-year coach, not necessarily there yet. Can't close.
God,
yet.
it's heartbreaking, though. I mean, they've had just some heartbreakers there. Jesus Christ. He's going to get somebody. This dude's going to get somebody at the end of the year.
Yeah.
And they've got a lot of good teams that are playing there at the end of the year. Next, and I'm sure that's what he's telling his kids. Next up, I didn't see this game. Washington and Illinois. Washington 42-25 here. What happened in this one?
Illinois had to go to the West Coast. And
Is that what it is?
Illinois is kind of mid.
Yeesh.
They're not as good as people thought they were for some reason. And Washington is a good team. Like they're solid. They're a solid team. And it's two solid teams. One has to travel halfway across the country. Home field advantage. Washington handles business.
I guess so, man. I mean, Ohio State had to travel to Washington.
A little different story there on
Yeah,
talent.
but I mean, we gave up 6. Who else is up next here? So Illinois is out 5-3.
Yes, they're done.
They're done. That is it with those guys. Houston beats Arizona State. Not really a shocker. It's why we told you not to bet on this. This was one of those games where it was just like, hey, man, these fringe teams on the top 25, don't bet on it.
Yeah.
Any given Sunday or Saturday.
And Arizona State's hopes for the playoff dead now. They're not going to make the Big 12 championship game. But Houston, actually, alive and well for the Big 12 championship game.
Yes, they are, which is wild. And
They did lose
should
to
be
Tech.
ranked this week. Are they ranked this week?
I don't know. Let me check.
Probably, right?
Yeah, I would think. They did lose to Tech, so they're kind of on the outside looking in terms of tiebreaker for conference standings. But if Tech loses to BYU, I think that should put them up, but I'm not positive. Houston is 22nd.
And then Michigan beats Michigan State by 11. Did not cover in that game. Still a rivalry game, and it is what it is. We'll flip on over to the NFL here. NFL over the weekends. My God, dude, I can't stop losing in the NFL. I just can't stop fucking losing in the NFL. Bengals beat the Steelers. 2 41-year-olds fucking going at it together. And, I'm sorry, that was shit.
Last week.
Last week, yeah. Going to this week. Chargers beat the Vikings.
Yeah.
By 27 points. I mean, their whole team is dead. Chargers' whole team is on the IR. So, like, how bad are the Vikings?
Not great.
They're 3-4.
Yeah, it's the NFL, man. It's impossible to predict.
They refused to start McCarthy too. He's been healthy for the last 2 weeks.
Yeah, I don't blame them, I guess, but maybe they need to now. Who the fuck knows?
I
But
guess. Fucking Trey Wetzel in fantasy football. I was playing him this week. He picked up this K Vidal guy for the Chargers, whoever the fuck that is, and he scored 9,000 points. So I lost my goddamn game to K Vidal. Sweet, dude.
I mean, I feel like taking a running back on a team that has a good running game, but that running back was not the centerpiece, is a good fantasy
This
move.
is their fourth string.
Yeah, I know, but they still have their line.
Fourth
You know, they still have the
fourth
they still have
string
the
running
coaches.
back. I don't even know where he's from.
Just
K
make the
Vidal.
holes. Just make the holes for him.
Jesus Christ. Dolphins over to the Falcons. Let's fire the coach. Let's fire the GM. Let's get rid of the owner. Get rid of everybody in this one here, man. Penix was out. Brought in Kirk Cousins. Oh, hey, maybe that'll provide a spark. Sure didn't.
Nah.
Well, it actually kind of might save your season.
How so?
Because Kirk Cousins is going to be starting this week.
We started it last week, and he was not good. So he threw for 173 yards. I thought he would be better, to be honest with you. Everybody said that he looked great in camp and training camp and all that other shit. He's year 2 off of that ACL
his first game.
Achilles.
It's his first game. He's got no linkage with the receivers yet. Next game, the Falcons are going to win. We'll talk about it tomorrow.
Yeah, we will. Next up, we got Jets, Bengals. All right, weird situation here. Tyrod Taylor, late scratch, after the owner said, I hate Justin Fields, and I want to bench him. Fields came in, had a fucking lights-out game, and won this 39-38 here. Said he was crying, locked himself in a closet, didn't know what to do with his life. That's what happens when you get drafted by two shitty franchise or play for two shitty franchises back to back. It'll mentally break you. I can't imagine going through that, dude, for 5 years.
Well, especially because that's such a hard thing for any athlete. I feel like pro athlete, especially, like, because you've been almost certainly like the most talented person in the room
in
your
high
entire
school,
life.
in college, and then boom, you get to the pros, and you're with the Bears and the Jets.
Someone takes you're not getting punched in the face. Someone takes a hammer to your face, and it's just like
and
here's
legs,
fucking reality.
body every single day.
But
It's like you put a blindfold on a guy and do nothing. Put him in the pocket and do nothing but Oklahoma drills with him wearing a blindfold for 4 years.
Yeah.
And this is what you get.
Yeah.
You get a guy who, he needs to smoke DMT, to be honest. I'm telling you, I could fix this guy in a weekend.
You might be able to.
I'm not even kidding. He's got the talent.
I know.
He's got the talent. His problem at Ohio State was that he was too tentative. Remember, he just never got off to a good start at the beginning passing. He didn't run in college.
Didn't run, yeah.
Passing-wise, the first quarter of the game, every single game, no matter how much better they were than the other team, he fucking sucked because his mind wasn't in it. He was something else was going on with him. Could fix that dude in a weekend.
They ran the ball a lot.
Well, you have to.
Yeah. So, look, I still think he's done, but it is what it is. It was a good win, and I think him as a person needed it. Patriots kicked the shit out of the Browns, called this super easy. And Eagles beat the Giants here, called this super easy. These are only a couple of the handful of victories that I had. The saddest one, though, for me, watching this game, because I watched this game, Scadaboo, an injury, he's out for the year.
Yeah.
Fucking A,
That,
man.
that was a bad one, too.
How do you leave? I mean, how do you lose Scadaboo and fucking Malik Neighbors?
Yeah. Well, the most Scadaboo thing, and I think we're going to be seeing more of this in the future, that I've seen is him trying to fucking stand up on his foot that's going the wrong way.
Yeah, he didn't know.
It's just like, he knew.
He knew.
Do you
was
think
just
he
like,
knew?
no, it's just
I
like,
think
fuck
you're in
this.
so much
He
shock.
wanted to
Hey,
do it.
McGregor tried to do it too when we were at that fight.
Yeah.
And I think you're just in so much shock, you don't know that it's broken in half like that. But if I'm the Giants, and
Wait,
this
is his ankle even broken, or is it just dislocated and flipped? Because
I
either
think it was
way,
broken.
it's better if it's broken.
It is.
With tendon damage on your ankle, that's going to be more. He's not going to be back by the start of next season, I wouldn't imagine.
They said he will. So whatever it was, he'll be back by the start of next year. But I don't know you can look up the official
I don't know. You
diagnosis.
tell me.
I mean, it depends.
I'll look,
Sometimes
but-
it can
Well,
dislocate.
by the way, he had surgery.
So it is
right,
dislocation.
He had surgery right that night. By the
Yeah,
way,
if there's-
in Philadelphia.
What's the? Yeah, I'd have to know the full extent of the injury, but
He did it in Philadelphia that night, so he wants to come back.
the surgeries. That means there was no.
Oh, yeah.
Dislocated ankle.
Okay, so no bones were broken. If he's got like minor tendon and ligament strains, minor relative to the accident,
Sure.
obviously it's going to be major, generally speaking. But yeah, he'll be back. He'll be running again in 2 months, probably.
Yeah, I think he's going to be all right.
Just let him be, though.
But
Yeah.
here's what I would honestly say to the Giants here at this point.
Well, they're not going to be in
Bench
playoffs.
Dart the rest of the year. Why risk getting that guy hurt as well?
Yeah.
Like, you clearly have a good young core.
I
That
don't
is
know,
exciting to watch.
Maybe let Dart get some reps, but tell him you are not running the ball. What fucking once.
I would not.
There's
I
no
mean,
first down in the world this year
that is worth it.
Yeah.
Yeah. I agree. Because, look, let's say you tank out the rest of this year, and then you get more young pieces
Yeah.
to go with the pieces
Because I
you
think
got.
they have their quarterback.
Fuck yeah. I think they got their quarterback. I think they got, well, a running back until he gets hurt again. But
Yeah.
and then Malik Neighbors, to me, could be all world.
Yeah.
We just don't know. I would take it easy, Jackson Dart. Get a great draft pick and keep building this young nucleus and then get rid of Dayball, obviously. Bills beat the Panthers by a lot. This was the Bills we thought they were going to be, and, well, they decided to do it. In this game, I didn't bet it, and it figures. Next up, Bears, Ravens. All right, this one I had. I had this teased up to 9.5 for the Bears. And Lamar Jackson was out. I told
Yep.
you. Check back in on Sunday on Drinkin' Bros Sports on Facebook. If Lamar Jackson is out again, I'm going fucking all in on the Bears. He was, and it didn't matter. Who the fuck played for them? Who played for the Ravens? Who was their quarterback?
Tyler Huntley.
All right, he's not bad.
No, I mean he ran for 53 yards.
17-22, just an efficient game. Managed the game.
Yeah, and they beat the piss out of. They beat the Christ out of these guys. Like, God, the Bears suck. If you're a Bear, and you're 4, they're still 4-3. Which is
yeah.
nuts to me, dude. Even with that loss, they're 4-3. God, I hate this fucking team so much, dude. I hate this dude, Caleb Williams. I mean, Barstool wrote an article over the weekend of like, hey, it's time to admit that he's awful.
Yeah.
And I'm right there with you, man. I don't get it, man. Next up, 49ers lost to the Texans. How did this happen? By 11 fucking points in this one. This was a shocker, too. This is a 2-point spread.
Yeah.
Texans have looked awful all year. Magically, now they're 3-4.
Stroud had a great game.
Great game.
Yeah.
Like, where was this
I
guy
mean, the
all year?
49ers are pretty fucking injured. I guess it's just a matter of time before whatever your scheme or plan can't make up for what the other team is doing, basically.
It's just this. These games are so fucking impossible. Buccaneers. This one wasn't impossible. 23-3. Bucks. All right, great. Saints are fucking awful. 1-7 here. Next one though, I'm genuinely stunned by this. and I'm not just saying this because Derek's, our co-host on this, but Cowboys losing by 20 to the Broncos. The Broncos have not put up 40 points all year round. Like, I know the Cowboys' defense is dog shit.
The Broncos haven't put up 40, but the Cowboys have allowed 37, 31, 40.
Oh, they definitely have.
Yeah, 30.
But Bo Nix finally had a great game, finally erupted, had
Who?
4 touchdown passes. Bo Nix. One name only. But to beat them by 20 points is fucking embarrassing, dude. Jesus Christ, the Broncos are 6-2 now.
You know what happened? And look, don't read so much into it because it's certainly a reflection of how bad the Cowboys are on defense. But the way the Broncos used Dobbins and Harvey in this game was different. It was.
Dobbins, look, I have Dobbins. He had 111 yards. He was awesome.
I mean, they were like, it wasn't the same as the previous games, and they got way more efficient using those two dudes. So I wonder if they learned some lesson against an easy team that they can push out. Otherwise, the Broncos are 6-2, by the way.
Yeah.
First place.
On
First
their
place.
way to a second in a row 10-win season.
Yeah. I mean, it is very, very impressive what Sean Payton's been able to do up there. For real.
Yep.
Because Bo Nix does not look great this year. This game he did, but the rest of the year, Jesus Christ, they were beating. What did they beat the Bears? 13-11.
not-
Fucking game. Like,
It's not how you start; it's how you finish, my friend.
it is.
And Sean Payton knows that.
He's figuring it the fuck out here. Next up, Titans, Colts. Colts fucking smash their dicks in. This is the highest spread of the week. This is like 15 points, and I was like, hey man, this is too many points.
It's a lot of points.
Turns out it wasn't. Turns out it wasn't enough points there. Daniel Jones, 21-29, 3 touchdowns. Fucking Jonathan Taylor, 12 carries, just 12.
Yeah.
153 yards, 2 touchdowns here. I mean, they are just fucking dismantling people, dude. They're 7-1, the Colts. What the fuck?
Yeah.
I said that they were going to be all right, and I thought Daniel Jones was going to be good. Not this goddamn good.
And
I said 30 touchdowns. Where's he at right now? That's what I said in the pre-prediction show.
Daniel Jones.
Yeah. He's at 13. Yeah, he's fucking well on his way.
Yeah. And their schedule's not terrible the rest of the year. Like
No.
they're probably the 1 seed.
Gross.
Barring a fucking
That's
disaster.
still kind of gross and weird to me, man. And then last but not least, Packers Steelers. We got Steelers fans back here. We were joking about this before with the listeners before we came on. Aaron Rodgers looks like he is 1,000 years old out there, man. It is.
He is.
Very bizarre to watch.
He is 1,000 years old.
So, yeah, I mean, look, the Packers are 5-1-1. Most of these games they haven't looked great, and even this one, they had to score 3 touchdowns in the fourth quarter and kind of come back here. But yeah, very odd. Steelers are now 4-3. And by the way, it's the Steelers' defense that looks like shit. It's not their offense; it's their defense.
I mean, yeah, their defense didn't look great in this game, but a big part of that defense not looking great was that the Steelers couldn't convert on third down. They were 1 for 10 on third down. They had like a total, I think, of 5 or 6 pass deflections. 3 of them were on third down. 3 times the line didn't clear space for Rodgers to throw the ball.
Right.
And they got batted down. I think he got sacked
He got sacked 3 times too.
Well, he got sacked 3 times total, but he got sacked once on third.
Yep.
So it's like 4 out of the 9 that you didn't succeed on, that offensive line wasn't doing what they were supposed to be doing, in my opinion. So, that's an any given Sunday thing, too, right? Like sometimes the other line just shows up and has more grit than you do that day.
Yeah.
You can't let that shit happen. Definitely not in Pittsburgh. I'm sure the coach got in some people's asses about that because he doesn't tolerate that nonsense.
No, not at all. Which will lead us to tonight's game here. Redskins at the Chiefs. Chiefs minus 10.5. Is Daniels out for the Redskins? That's a fucking monster spread.
I think he is.
I think he is, yeah, but it doesn't matter.
It does.
Mm-mm.
You think they would beat Daniels by 10.5?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I do.
Yeah,
he's out. He's out anyways, but yeah,
he is out.
I don't know if it would be 7.5 without him. It wouldn't be that big of a difference. The Chiefs are fucking on fire right now.
Yeah.
They're all the stuff that you need to do well, they're doing it well right now. Their line play on both sides has been really good. They're getting good performances out of the running backs, not turning the ball over, and they're converting on third down.
And all the receivers are there.
Yeah. So since I've been so terrible in the NFL here, and I always do these teasers on Monday nights, what do you do with this? Minus 10.5 for KC. The over-under is 48.5.
Go down.
Take Chiefs minus 3.5.
Yep.
And then what do you do with his over-under here?
I got like no read on that, but I think the Chiefs win comfortably.
The Redskins defense has just been okay. I mean, I think you could take that down to 41.
Yeah.
And a half.
41 and a half. All right. I'll do that. I mean, at this point, I'm looking for answers here. This NFL has been a goddamn mystery to me, man, and I just have not been able to figure it out. Bob, who you got in this one?
I'll take. I'd like buy a half point and take the Chiefs. I think they win by at least 10. They've been rolling. I mean, they just beat the shit out of the Lions a couple weeks ago.
Yep.
I feel like they do well in prime time. So
Beautiful conditions tonight. 55 a kick. Let's
Oh,
go.
football
dude.
weather.
God damn. That
Yeah.
must be nice.
But yeah, I mean the Washington's letting up a lot of points in the last 2 weeks. So
Yeah.
the Redskins are not keeping it tight. I think the Chiefs do just fine.
I think the Chiefs win too, so I'm going to do that. I'm going to take it down to 3.5. Take this over-under down to 41.5 and then live my life here tonight. Let's get into Blue Jays Dodgers. Now the series is tied 1-1. It is back to L.A. Who you got tonight in the Dodgers game?
I mean, Glasnow has looked so good. I think the Dodgers.
Scherzer looked pretty good though in his last start.
He did. You're going to get a blip from time to time. It's the first time he had pitched since September 24th. Maybe he comes out and does something. Maybe they get 5 or 6 out of him. But I think Glasnow goes 7. I think the Dodgers will not win another game in this series. Frankly,
You mean the Blue Jays?
or the Blue Jays? Excuse me. Yeah. I think it's over, and they don't know yet.
Who you got?
I have a hard time picking against Glasnow and the Dodgers. I love Max, MIZ buddy, but yeah, I don't know that he repeats that twice. He also played for the Dodgers. They know him fairly well. I kind of like the Dodgers here.
I do too. They're at home. If they bring out Kendrick Lamar tonight, it's all over.
I believe Hideo Nomo is throwing out the first pitch today.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Shit, dude. That's all fucking Japanese, dude, over
Yeah.
there, man. That dude threw a complete game. That was wild.
Yeah.
I mean, I haven't seen that in a long time.
Yeah, Yamamoto's on fucking
in a
fire.
fucking playoff
I mean,
game.
it's the first time in modern history that somebody's thrown back-to-back complete game shutouts, isn't that?
He only threw like 102 pitches. So it wasn't,
Yeah.
I mean, he was nowhere near a pitch count that was anything absurd.
And that's like the exact thing the Blue Jays couldn't let happen. They need to be getting into the Dodgers bullpen constantly, and they obviously failed horrifically in Game 2. So they got to get to Glasnow early and get like those middle guys in there before.
Yeah.
Is Ohtani going to pitch in one of these
Probably.
starts?
Yes.
Okay.
And
I'd
not
imagine.
by.
Do we know which game?
Yes, Tuesday.
Yeah, Tuesday.
Tuesday.
So not even just for this game, they got to get into that bullpen because Otani's not going to go 8 or 9.
No.
He's going to go 6,
6.
probably.
He'll go
right?
6, yeah.
So if they can get into that Dodgers bullpen tonight, even if they lose the game, tomorrow looks really fucking good for them, and they can bring it back, right?
Mm-hmm.
So right now they've lost home field advantage. They win either one of these games tonight or tomorrow, they can bring it back. And that should be their goal. Blue Jays, look, you want to win every fucking game, obviously. But your main goal for tonight should be to get Glasnow off the bump. You got to get him out of there and get deep into that bullpen.
Yep.
Because tomorrow when Ohtani inevitably comes out in the 6th or after 6 innings, you got to be hitting off dudes that are either tired or the back end of that bullpen.
If not before that, because Otani's great, but he has not been efficient, right?
Yeah,
so
he
like
throws-
he
yeah.
could. Otani, even if he is absolutely dealing, could totally go 4.5 to 5 innings
4-2,
tomorrow. Yeah.
Yeah.
Like truly, because he's not. I mean, even in his insane game against the Brewers, maybe. I mean,
Yeah,
he
he's
threw like
pitched
100
7 innings.
pitches. Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Yeah. I think you want to be batting off. I mean, who cares about tonight, really, honestly? You want to be hitting off guys that are either tired or the back end of that bullpen tomorrow night.
Right.
Otherwise, you're fucked.
Scherzer's a gamer, though. I think this will be close for.
I'm interested to see. I hope
Yeah.
Max pitches well. He is absolutely a gamer.
Yeah.
I'm just-
He can do his thing, and they can still lose, though. But we'll see how
Yeah.
it goes.
I'm taking the Dodgers as well tonight. I might do moneyline Dodgers and then moneyline Chiefs.
I'll tell you this, though. I'll tell you
parlay.
this.
That'll be fun.
If Glasnow doesn't make it out of the 5th inning tonight, I'm taking the Blue Jays tomorrow no matter what else happens.
Really?
Yes.
I would maybe, depending on the score, live take the Blue Jays.
Maybe
in the
tonight,
middle of the
yeah.
game. If,
No shit.
if Glasnow
Yep.
leaves in the 5th,
Okay.
and the Blue Jays aren't losing by like 6,
Right.
that's a good. I like the live line on that.
Okay. Quick updates here at the end of the show. We talk about the UFC thing, but Aspinall got poked in the eye. It was fucking. That was it. Disqualification in the fucking first. There was no contest. So all that fucking build up.
They'll run it
for
back.
this one guy. And
I mean, they should
Jesus
run it
Christ,
back next month.
man. I know. That's what I would
Why
do
not?
too.
Not like they fought.
Yeah, why not?
Yeah. I mean, he just got poked in the eye.
Nobody got hit in the head, so you may as well run it back.
I agree.
There is some kind of dwell time regulation with the gaming commission, I think. So you might have to wait 2 months or whatever it is, but
For
still,
an eye poke though.
Yeah, well, I mean, just because there was a fight.
Oh, gotcha.
I don't know, but they should definitely run it back as quickly as possible.
I agree.
As a matter of fact, it's kind of a gift for the UFC because now you're building drama.
Well, everybody
already
for that.
paid for it. Hey, it's the way it is, dude.
Luckily, I didn't pay for it. Shit, I was at somebody else's place. But yeah. Let's see. More fallout at LSU. They fired the top assistant, Sloan. He's gone. Not a huge shock there. Adrian Peterson. God, got arrested again for another DUI. That's the second in the last 7 months. He's broke.
He had a gun on him, too, this time.
Oh, boy.
So he's still in jail today.
Yep.
They haven't let him out yet,
No,
so we'll see how that
he's not
goes.
been let out. Let's see. Oh, shit. Arch Manning's still in the concussion protocol.
Yeah.
They play at Vandy this weekend?
Yes,
On
at
Saturday.
Texas, but yeah, they're playing Vandy.
Whoopsies. They beat Vandy without him?
Certainly improves Vandy's odds quite a bit.
Okay. And then Tyler Lockett just joined the Raiders, so I think they'll be fine now.
Yeah, they're good to go.
They're reunited with Pete Carroll, so you're all good there.
He's only 34, I think, which
it's
in
just
receiver
terrible.
terms is like old, but still, he personally is not super old. It's interesting to see that he came back. I don't know what, other than a paycheck, his goal would be.
Let's see here. Rams acquired Roger McCreary from Titans in a swap for cornerback. Not bad at all, building up that defense there. The Rams have a good – I would not want to play the Rams in the NFC.
To be honest, if I'm the Rams, I'm trading my next year's first-round draft pick for Max Crosby right now.
You could still talk of Dallas possibly doing that as well.
If
I'm
you're
with you.
Max Crosby is going to get to make that decision himself to some degree because he's a veteran in the league.
Yep.
If who would you go to?
I'd do it in 10 seconds.
'Cause
And by
look
the
at-
way, I think the Rams have a legit chance
Not
in
just
the NFC.
Yeah, this year, but
Yes.
also next year, right? At least one more. They got at least one more.
Is Stafford and McVay coming back? And that's what I don't
They
know.
will. They will. And
If they
under,
get
under
Crosby.
those scenario, yeah.
Yeah, maybe. And by the way, fucking Stafford's having a lights out year there. So fun to watch. Bet with us or against us tonight on mybookie.com. Don't forget to use that promo code Drinkin' Bros to double that first deposits all the way up to $1,000. Go to Spotify. Rate this show a 5-star. Video is up immediately there on Spotify, as well as all of our sports shows. Sign that overall deal with Spotify, which is fun. Quality's fucking phenomenal over there. They're knocking it out of the park. Then go to iTunes, rate the show a 5-star, and leave a quick review. It's all the advertisers care about, and we will be live with Drinkin' Bros Fake News on Drinkin' Bros Podcast Patreon here in about 5 minutes. Join us at the top of the hour. For D'Anthony Hollaway, Hot Bob, I'm Ross Patterson. This is the Monday Morning Recap. Good morning, everyone.